first stop was in Slidell, was a pickup. My truck had room for 3 pallets. So I'm like, okay. I get to the location. They didn't know anything about it. They said, "I'm sure that's not a mistake. That it's supposed to be a delivery and not a pickup." And they found out it was a pickup. 2 pieces, 1,700 pounds, going to Anchorage, Alaska. Yeah. It would have took the whole truck to put those 2 pieces on. Granted, I had a 500-something pound jacuzzi on the tail of my truck. That was my 3rd or 4th delivery. And I had no room to pick up that pickup. So they told me, just go ahead and go make my deliveries and come back to it. Alright, no problem. Go to my 2nd stop, no issues. 3rd stop, no issues. Get to my jacuzzi stop. They told me, let us know when you get there. We'll send another driver since you don't have a helper. Alright, no problem. I got to the stop. I contacted the homeowner about his jacuzzi. And he got in touch with the contractor that was remodeling the house since he's out of country. Anyway, I called dispatch, told them, "Hey, I'm on location, ready for some help." The guy that was gonna send to you, he can't come at the moment, so just go ahead and make some more deliveries, then come back. Like, all right, no problem. Nah, not me. I didn't go make no deliveries. I got that jacuzzi off the truck by myself. No issues at all. 1 man, 2 man job. Got it done. So I couldn't see making a trip back to the same place and just tried to make the delivery. Me, since they don't want to pay overtime, well, yeah, I'll pay straight time for overtime, but that's about it. Screw that shit. The faster I get my stuff done, the faster I go and get out of here and go home. So I got that delivery made. I had a total of 7 stops. 1 was the pickup. 6 deliveries. Get to my next stop. Extra load of pallet. Had a scooter for an old guy on it. No biggie. He asked me to take the cardboard off of it. Yeah, no problem. I'll get it out your way. Put it in his garage. That way it wouldn't get wet. Because we're under a flash flood warning until like 8 o'clock tonight. I'm in Mississippi right now, heading back to Louisiana. Got all my deliveries made. So, heading to my next delivery. To the trailer park. 1 GPS brings me past it. The GPS on the tablet has a little more information. Brings me in the general vicinity, but not to where I had to be. The lady called me back. So, hey, look, I'm look for you. I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna show you where you gotta go. All right, no problem. Met up with the lady. All the trailers out there are raised. They're about 1 story off the ground due to flooding and hurricanes and stuff like that. I understand. But it was a threshold delivery for a washer and a dryer. By myself. Granted, her husband was there, but he blew out his back, has a bad knee, all kind of issues. And I said, yeah, dude, I'll get it up there for you. Ain't no biggie. I called dispatch. They said, yes, it's a threshold delivery. And I told them that it was upstairs. They said, obvious one first, which was the washer. Got it in the house, on the trailer. Came back, sweating bloodshot. Got the dryer. The dryer was a whole lot lighter. Got it up there. No biggie. Oh, but the old man with the scooter, he was so happy that I got it into his garage. He tipped me 20 bucks. Much appreciated, you know. I didn't have to do it, but I did it for him anyway. Got it in his garage. Anyway, got that. Other delivery does a washer and dryer. They didn't tip. I can understand why. Looking at the people, you know. Older couple, you know. Living on fixed income, you know, ain't no biggie. Go to my next stop. Yeah. My last stop. 20 stairs up. Threshold delivery. I'm like, I called dispatch. Hey man, this is a lot of stuff to be bringing up. It's pretty much a straight shot up the staircase. 20 stairs up. He said, well, if you don't feel like you can do it with the hand truck and all that, tell him it's supposed to be a two-man job, which that was the second two-man job. The first two-man job was the jacuzzi. Anyway, me being the person I am, went ahead, took up each piece one by one until I got down to the last three, which one was a mirror. I carried that up by itself. That's basically a dresser, mirrors and stuff like that. Got the mirror upstairs. I go in the house the first time, the first box, heard the dog bark. They got a pit bull doing his damnedest to break out his kennel to get me. They didn't say nothing. The whole time I'm there, this pit bull was trying to break out. I'm gonna have a discussion when I get back to the office about this shit. Anyway, I got all of it up there. Got the paperwork signed and everything done. I'm on my way going back now. So, that first stop, that was a pickup. monthly rent. Yeah. Definitely takes a lot out of your pay. I literally have to take $250 out of my check every week so I can cover my half of the rent. I prefer to have something close to the house instead of driving across the causeway every day. Don't get me wrong, the Mustang gets good gas mileage, but that's $3.40 times 5 for toll. It takes me a quarter tank to get from my house to Kenner and back. I'm glad the price of gas has dropped down. I found that where I stay at, the price of gas is $3.35 compared to $3.45 out there in Kenner. So I basically stopped getting my gas down there, and I got my gas at Walmart. Don't get me wrong, I got a Sam's Club card. I can get my gas even cheaper, but I gotta go a good distance out of my way just to go get the gas. So when I end up saving by going to Sam's, I'll end up burning, going, and coming back. Oh man, I am beat. It was raining, but I was still sweating buckets. I didn't get caught in any of the rain. The rain stopped every time I had my deliveries. My deliveries was 10, 15, 30 minutes apart in some areas. My first one was like an hour and 9 minutes from the warehouse to the first stop, and another hour and a half to the next one, my second stop. They got their $18 out of me for the day. I ain't working no overtime. Fuck you. If you was paying me overtime, yeah, I wouldn't have no issue with it. If you want to pay me straight time and I'm working more than 40, man, fuck that shit. I can understand if I'm a contractor, but I'm on the company. I'm not a contractor. I'm not an OTR. I'm local. Don't get me wrong, Mississippi's not what you would call local, but it's still local to the area where we can deliver. Now they even got drivers that go to Orlando, Florida. Not me. They trying to send me? Nope. Biloxi. I'm telling you, I'll go to Mississippi as far as I go. Any further than that, nope. Where I'm coming from in Mississippi, it's almost a 2-hour ride back to the office. Boss man thinks that, well, if you're driving, you're not working, so you don't deserve overtime. Well, I understand if you drive to your job and drive home, you shouldn't get paid for it. But if you're driving to the job site, and then to the next job site, and then to the next job site, you should get paid overtime. I'm not a 1099 employee. I'm a W-2 employee. That was one of the reasons I quit last time I was here. Last time I was here was like 6 years ago. I worked 2019 and 2020. I worked the whole pandemic with this company. And after the pandemic was over, 3 strikes in one day. Don't call me up cursing me out. You treat me with the same level of respect I treat you. I got to the office. cursing me out again. That's strike two. My route was the Bayou route. I went out there looking for my truck. I couldn't find my truck. I looked at the paperwork. Paperwork says Gulf Coast and truck 40. Truck 40 is a rag-age truck they had. That truck couldn't even do the speed limit on the interstate. I'd get run over in that truck. So I called up Melissa at the time. Told her. She heard the first part. I told her the second and third part. She said, just quit. That job ain't doing nothing but killing you, so just quit. You sure? You can't afford it. Yeah, quit. So I quit. And now I'm back 6 years later. Nothing's really changed other than they got an incentive plan where if you run a 95%, you get a $75 bonus every week, as long as you keep that up. Now, if you're running 100%, you get an hour raise until you go below that 100%. Then they take that dollar back from you. I understand you're trying to give the employees a reason to stay. But with some of the shit they do, and not paying overtime, it ain't worth it. Now, if y'all was paying overtime, they'd never restore it. Most of the time, my route is bettering. I basically just go around bettering, making my deliveries. Nine times out of 10, I'm like 5 or 6 hours in each day. Can't make no money that way. Can't make it for it. Baton Rouge, a lot of construction, a lot of traffic, a lot of issues. New Orleans, a lot of traffic, a lot of crime, a lot of tourists, a lot of hard to reach locations to make your deliveries. I had that little short video of one of the spots that I had to go deliver. I came in one way, had to back into this hole, and I'm facing it the same way I came. But when you go to leave out, you gotta go left, and you go through a tunnel in between the hotel and the little convention area. GPS isn't all that great for being a delivery driver with a big truck. Every truck GPS I find, they want to have a pay as you go. If you don't want to pay, you have to watch a video before you can get started on your GPS route. And I was like, screw all that shit. Because a lot of times where my deliveries are at is 5 tons or less. This truck weighs 10,200 and something. Grossly overloaded for going in there. A lot of times it's an old truck zone. I still see FedEx, I see Amazon, I see UPS, all of them going in there, not to mention garbage trucks, school buses. It's okay for them, but not for me. Why? Cloudy, raining from time to time, like I said earlier. I didn't hit it. I just got up, got dressed, and moved on. Did my thing. As AC's kicking, got my little nubbies chilled. And frostbite on it now. Not to mention this shit here. As you get closer to Louisiana, or when you're coming out of Louisiana into Mississippi, you got all this road work. Speed limit 70, but when you get into the construction zone, you got to drop down to 60. Every time I come through here, I never see anybody out there working. Never. Pick up the sign that says, all trucks, nope, speed limit, come on. When workers are present, speed fines, nope. But whenever they got construction like this, they want the trucks in the left lane, or when it being in the left lane, construction. They want you in the right lane. At least I think that's how it goes. Or they might want you in the left lane. I don't know. I'll figure it out when I get there. This shit goes on for miles. Half the interstate blocked off by cones and nothing being done. I understand they're working nights, but you don't see anything being done. Every time I come through here, you got the asphalt layer right there. Well, the asphalt tear or whatever you want to call it. And as you see, nothing has been done. work at night, then speed limit is 60. Or whenever y'all are working. Not a constant 60 mile an hour zone. And I can tell you nobody's doing 60. I'm doing 70 and people are passing me like I'm walking. Wanted to go ride his bike and listen to music, or a scooter, one or two. As you can see, traffic's barely moving. Don't know what's going on. I'm looking at the GPS. My westbound lanes are in the red. So I don't know if somebody got into a fender bender, or somebody broke down, or everybody's slowing down because of the rain. I don't know. Oh, shit. This is going to make it even longer of a ride, so I'm going to have my 8 for sure. Figured I'd start the video back up again. In case I come across what's causing everybody to slow down. I need to turn that air conditioner off. Unfortunately, I have to use needle nose pliers to turn it on and off. I'm doing 20 miles an hour. Road hard, put up wet. good band. I never heard of them. Look up Metallica's version of Am I Evil? That's one of their songs. Am I evil? Yes, I am. Am I evil? I am mad. Yes, I am. Uh-oh, 45. explosives around it, set it off to see how much damage it causes, stuff like that. 11 more miles. And I mean, I get Louisiana. Get past the van and get behind FedEx. Get out the left lane. Ooh, that smell, man. Smell like wet dog. Specified if I have to go through the scales or not. But there's a sign that says anything over 10 tons, yeah. Or if they got the flashing lights on, I always go. I can't do the road through. I don't have that device that tells you